Hi there, welcome back to Gadget Mad Lad. We've been essentially looking for a fuse to fix the game by Macro. Last episode we tore down a TENS machine and a Skylander docking station thingamabob. If you watch the video, you know what I'm talking about. This episode, we've got two phones to tear down. Not really much to say other than that, so let's get stuck into it. We'll start with the little one first and we'll make our way to the big one. So, this is a Vodafone. I'll tell the label. I'll show you when we get to the label, because then I can give you the exact model. Right, so how do I get this off? First of all, do we have any SD cards or anything that I'm seeing? I think it should. Does it clip off? Does it? What the hell do you do this? Let's get this flathead screwdriver in, because it's not like it needs to go back together again. Yeah, there we go. So just clips off. Battery, which can always be reused for other stuff if it's not bulging. 800 milliamps, so nice little slim Samsung battery there. Should be able to take some charging too and see if it works. Some nice gold here. That's what I like mobile phones for. They're it's only flashing, which is like spray paint, gold spray paint sprayed onto the board, almost like. But if you've got quite a few of them, it can build up quick. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm chatting now again, so let's get back to it. So the phone is a Samsung, it's a slider one. It's a GT E2550. Nothing mega special, got Bluetooth and stuff. The day of the dial phones, it's so stiff, that slide. With its little clicky thing that's all cracked and not doing too good. I don't even know if the screen's good on this one, to be honest with you. If it is, I'll salvage the screen as well, but if not, take what we can off it and everything else goes in the bin. Right, so let's remove these. Sorry, I've not told you what screws we've got ever. Right, so we've got 6 Phillips / crosshead screws going around it. So you've got 3 either side. Really little crosshead it is as well. If you've got a glasses repair toolkit or something, they work quite well for these old Samsungs. That's what I started off with. But before you could get the right screwdrivers and stuff. I had a modified flathead screwdriver that essentially opened all of my Nokia 3310s because I kind of ground it down so it fitted perfectly into a Torx screw. I like to make my own tools sometimes. That's going to be better than the originals. And again, saves you money. I'm a cheapskate, so something I like to do. Chat a bit of crap while I'm removing these screws so we don't bore you to death with the screw removing. Because obviously, because it's so old, I think a couple of these screws might have lost a thread, internal thread maybe. Because that does not want to come out. Come out, you bugger. Have we got you? We got you. That dropped on there, of course it did. One more screw to remove and then we can get a look at the innards. So I thought mobile phones might be a good place to look for the fuse because, like I said, they deal with power and you've got different voltages inside there and stuff, so obviously something's got to be managing that power variation and stuff, so I figure not a bad place to look for a fuse. So that's why we do this. I've cracked one of these open before, so I'm not exactly 100% sure. There's 2 more screws there, so let's remove them. Below in the back of the screen, the slider bit, 2 more Phillips screws. Quickly pull them out, chuck them in the pot. What I do eventually, when I'm scrapping enough tech and old bits, even these tiny little screws, I'll have a pot of them, and I'll go and weigh the scrapping for cast iron or whatever, or steel, whatever it is. That way I can totally get my money's worth out of everything. Can I just peel this off? Will this come off? Got a bit of a break there in housing. Oh, something's happened. Separation. Bloody hell, here's me telling about the screws and I go and bleed and forget one. That's why it's not separating. Obviously, if you're trying to repair it, at this point, I probably would have made you break your phone. So, apologies. Not that this is a new phone or anything, but obviously you want to break it if it was working. Classics, aren't they, at the end of the day? But if you're following along and you aren't trying to repair it, you're trying to scrap it down like me, or just in general interested. Right, so in here we've got some components that I can definitely reuse again for other projects. Right, so here we've got, this is to do with the aerial, I think. Yeah, that's welded in. What plastic welded in, should I say? A little bit of a ping should get that loose. Obviously, the crud just hit me in the face. Lovely jubbly. Nothing like 20-year-old skin grime to smack you in the gob to make you realise you're alive, eh? Right, so these pins here, we've got a bit of gold plate on them, so we'll be having them. We've got a speaker up here, which from an old Samsung device like this, it shouldn't be the shittiest, the crappiest thing, should I say. So we'll pop that out and we'll be able, ew, that's not looking too good, is it? Pretty disgusting. Yeah, we'll peel this cover off. If it's disgusting underneath, we'll chuck it. That's not the worst, that, is it? Yeah, we'll probably keep that. So we'll put that to one side for something. That can be a future project, or future speaker that I need or something. Wire cutters, where I put them. Not for anything special, just so I can trim this bit of plastic here and get access to the gold pins to put in my gold pot. Like I said, everything gets recycled here. That is a disgusting phone, seriously. Like a lot of hanging stuff there, that is so gross. So let's pull them out. Yeah, there we go, got them. So not much gold on them, but there's something. That's rubbish, that's rubbish. Move that to one side, so it's not getting in our way. My mat is in need of a wipe over, well and truly, after that disgusting thing. So, if I'm not mistaken, we should have some caution fasten and some ribbon cables to disconnect. I thought I saw a fuse then. Getting ahead of myself again. And so the microphone is like a little rubbery thing that seems to be sticking in there. Let's see if we can wiggle it loose. Yeah, we've got a ribbon connector there. I think it's like a Lego kind of connector. It should, yeah, just disconnect like that. It's easy enough. And here we have the details for the board. Have any that's of interest here? Quite grimy and disgusting. And we've got gold flash in there, that's what I was talking about before. These microphones as well, some of them can be decent, to be honest with you. My plan is to get a few of these and try and make my own, you know, internet mic or whatever. Not internet mic, you know, to like do voiceovers and stuff. Maybe if I can get it right, maybe I can do it. Maybe not, who cares though, eh? So, some usable parts in this. We've got gold pins on the SIM, gold pins on the battery terminal, gold pins inside the actual charge port. The camera will have, is it image stabilizer? That's a little check. No, I'm knocking it, there's no image stabilization. So there'll probably be a sensor or something in there, a little bit of gold in it. You've got gold all over the board anyway. These little IC chips, BGAs, ball grid array chips they're called, essentially. These have good gold in to connect to the micro SD slot. That'll have good gold in it. The aerial connector there, that's good for gold. See these silver pads there that click in, below them there'll be gold flashing like that. So once I peel this off, which I'll just quickly show you, I've got a blade. Yeah, got one there. So these, if you do that and pull that off, disgusting, gross, but you see underneath these, yeah, I've not got the finger properly. Here we go. It's like a sellotape type of situation. If I peel that off, exposes all the gold underneath. Careful these don't ping anywhere because they can cause shorts on other circuitry stuff if you get in there. It's going straight in my rubbish pot, so it doesn't get in the way of anything. They can actually be used for other projects, like say you've got a tactile button that's broken that you need to repair maybe. So a bit of gold and some LED lights in case you want to reuse them for anything. They'd be really hard to get off, they're like smaller than a grain of sand. Right, so in this it's just the screen now, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to go into that any further because it's quite disgusting. So I'm gonna call that a day with that one, and we'll move on to the Vodafone. So that's what I've got up to that. So yeah, that's just gold recovery essentially. Nothing mega special. Let's pull in the Vodafone, see what we've got to work with. Oh, gross. Definitely need to clean that after this video. Right, so here we've got Vodafone. This we've had for about 5-6 years or something maybe. Got a crack in the case, so it's pretty much, it's seen better days, put it that way. The back was sprayed, it was white originally, and I sprayed it black because I didn't like the whiteness, so cracks in it. Seriously seen better days. In this, the battery, I would normally keep the battery out of these because it's like, yeah, obviously it's a slim battery and it's like, what's the wattage on it? we're looking at, there we go, nothing mega special, but considering the size of it, 3.7 volts DC, 1400 milliamps, 5.18 watt hours. So that's a decent battery. The only thing is, it doesn't hold charge for anything. It's really crap. So that's pretty much rubbish. I'll try and get the gold connectors off it if I can, but I don't want to essentially have a lithium battery burn off my face, because that's not something I think anybody wants. Right, so let's get this quickly done and then we'll call this a video. Right, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? Yeah, 4 crosshead Phillips screws. SIM card there. Maybe a bit of gold in it, maybe. Yeah, so let's get them removed. Bit stiff. The screen on this is good, so I'm hoping to try and salvage that, and maybe, I don't know if you can use the screen without like a driver board, or you can just wire it to something and maybe repurpose it to like a little handheld or something like that. But I'll figure that out, and I've got loads of phone screens and, you know, digital photo frames and stuff like that. I always keep the screens out of them as well, because I like to think there's a way to repurpose it into a little handheld, you know, Raspberry Pi or something like that, Raspberry Pi Zero. Make your own custom little, like that thing I showed you, where is it? Off the Skylanders one before. Could repurpose that. You know, the buttons and stuff, chop off the bits that you want, put it on either side of the screen, make it like a Switch type-esque kind of handheld / game gear, whatever you want to call it. I think that'd be cool, that. But like I said, a different video again. I always get ahead of myself when I'm talking. But this is one of the things I like to do these videos for, because I've got loads of ideas and plans and stuff, and if anyone else wants me to give it a go, or has any suggestions of how I'd say move forward in regards to certain things, because that's what I always tend to do. I'll think of an idea and I'll try to move forward with it, and then I'll hit a hurdle, and then it'll just get put in a box and forgotten about until I come across it again. So if I start doing videos on it, I've got documentation of myself doing the things that I want to do, and I can keep tracking it where I am with it, so I can always look back at the video and realize where I went wrong, or say a bit of expertise I didn't know when I should have known. That's how you learn, though, and it's a learning process. This is not when to open, is it? Probably not the wisest one to choose for the end of the video. Like I said, we're not trying to fix phones. This is well stuck down. How the hell am I gonna get that up? Is there a hidden screw that I'm not seeing? I'm not seeing a hidden screw. It's got to be clipped on, isn't it? It's got to be clipped. Yeah, there we go. I think that's one clip gone. So I'd recommend you using a plastic splodger rather than a metal screwdriver like I'm using. But like I said, if you're just doing it to take stuff apart just for the sake of seeing what it looks like on the inside, use whatever you want to use. If you have no intention of putting it back together again, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Again, in here we've only got, you see there, they were stingy with that one, weren't they? Because it's Alcatel. See the metal, and then the very, very, very tip of it's gold plated. Some gold plated springs there as well for the speaker. I recall, I don't think the speaker's the worst, to be honest, so I'll definitely be salvaging that. Again, the battery terminals. Not battery terminal, I think that's for the actual aerial, maybe, the internal aerial. I'll get the gold off them. I'll do that off screen, you don't need to see me do that again, do you? So here we've got another two crosshead screws, sorry, 3. That's what we'll do before we get to that. We'll quit, there's a little catch there. Get on camera if I can. Lifting that up. That should make that come out, which gives us, I don't know, what is that to? Is that the screen maybe? Not too sure. Bit of Kapton tape here. Get that underneath that, lightly peel that up. Put that in the junk pot. Let's see if I can show you again on camera. Zoom in. Zoom. Get that up. Lightly behind the thing. Pull it out. Job's a good one. They're disconnected now, so we should be able to remove the screws and just take the actual board out now. Because I'm not seeing any components on this side, so that's not looking good for my fuse hunting, is it? So we'll remove the 3 crosshead screws / Phillips screws. I'm just going to call it a crosshead, because it's a crosshead screw. You with me? So if you prefer Phillips, I apologise, but I'm more likely going to say it wrong than I've got as many times. Right, so let's try and pry the board out now. It should just come out right at the end now. As soon as we get this out and see whether or not we've got the bits in it we need. Oh, I've pulled it a bit too hard. I shouldn't have pulled too hard there. I think it's just clipped on. So I think you can get it free. Yeah, I think we're good there. Flip it around the other way. Get the clips free. Yep, clip free. Clip free. There we go, so we released the board. A bit catching us here. Oh, what's happening here? What's happening? As you can see down there, but we've got a bit of something sticking on something. So at this point, I am clueless what to do. I'm going to try and pry this. I think the screen is a thing that's going to be soldered to the board, so I can get the screen free. You can see that or not. Trying to like pry a little bit of the corner to try and wriggle it loose so I can get the whole thing. I don't want to be doing that. Something that's never going to be good is, yeah, that's the LCD knackered now, I'm guessing. Bugger. Oh, trial and error. I know. Oh, there goes the whole thing. Oh, not the camera as well. So, whatever that was, I think that's the digitizer. That's what that's got before then, isn't it? So, whether the screen is still working or not, I have no idea. And it's stuck down like a bugger. There we go, so that's the screen free. After me probably knackering it up. All the fingerprints in it. There's a model number in case that's any use to anybody. The actual thing itself, the pinouts are there. Look a bit damaged, to be honest with you. Well, you can make that out or not, but on this side here, a couple of the connectors are iffy. This is what I was saying. I've got a couple of other screens that are like this as well. See there? We've got like pinout names. See them 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you also got the marked capacitors there. So I thought maybe if I could solder something there and maybe touch something along the lines then, could I get that to display something? Probably not this one, but like I said, I've got loads of other screens. Yeah, back to the subject matter. I'm not seeing any fuses. God damn it! Oh, no, I see a fuse. No, is it a resistor or a fuse? Where's the magnifying glass? It is R20. Bugger. So a quick glance over the rest of the board. Without popping these off, I'm not going to be able to get one off this board then, am I? So, again, loads of gold recovery in here, flashing all over it. You've got your gold connectors inside your headphone jacks. Is that image stabilization? I doubt it in Alcatel, but the way you can tell is if you knock your fingernail against the camera and it wobbles ever so slightly, that's image stabilization. That means there's a sensor inside it that's, I think it's 24 karat gold maybe, but essentially it's coated, I think that is. So they're good for salvaging if you can find one of them. Obviously gold connector there, got some pads and stuff. Like a bit of flashing there as well. That's the actual model number of the board from the phone. I wouldn't even say what it was actually, did we? So it was a Vodafone Smart First 6. That's what the phone was. So hopefully you've enjoyed this teardown of 2 crappy old phones. I'll tidy up off screen because I think that's about it now. Yeah. So this originally was a quad core, 1 GB of RAM, I think 2 megapixel rear camera, 1.3 megapixel front. Battery was the original, I think it was at 1400 milliamps or something maybe. Piece of crap phone. It was actually decent back in the day when the battery lasted, but didn't last very long. It's 3G as well, that's actually pretty decent of it. Right, so tune back in. I think we'll be doing this router or modem, whatever you want to call it. The things that you plug you in, that you get internet access from. My words do not work very good. Tuning back in for the next episode or video, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, and I'll see you then. Bye.